New Year card fighters, and welcome to the Prime Vanguard channel. Now joining us in 2025, for all the people that are going to be new to the channel and the previous people that are returning, my name is Cassius. I am the host of the Prime Vanguard channel, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A for me reaching now 14,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for helping me reign into the new year at a higher tier than I was before. For the people that have continued to watch my channel and support me throughout my card fight Vanguard journey and my YouTube experience, thank you so much for that. Now that we all reached 14K subscribers together, I want to go ahead and do a Q&A video. I recently hit this about a couple of weeks ago. However, with the combination of both holidays and then timing and schedule, as well as me starting a new job, my schedule's been all over the place. But in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and answer all your questions and give you guys a chance to get to know me just a little bit better as a card fighter and individual. I have been doing YouTube since I was like 13 years old, but the Prime Vanguard channel has been around since I've been 19 years old. I am now 23, going to be 24 this year. So it's been, I think, about a 4 to 5 year journey. There's been a lot of people that have stuck with me since the beginning that I do notice and I do recognize, and some people that have recently joining my channel and I've met in real life, and I've had the opportunity to explore in different states and, you know, card fight in different tournaments and, you know, grow both as a YouTuber and a competitive player into one of my favorite card games, which obviously is Vanguard. Now, I'm super excited against these questions today, but it's 2025. You guys already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys are always see my newest videos coming out. I am now ready to answer some of your questions though. I just want to give you guys a little quick synopsis about me. And the first question that we have is from Archive Studios, who asked me, what are your recommended brands for oversleeves and deck boxes for Vanguard? Have you ever thought of doing discard remote fight video matches? Now, my favorite oversleeves for Vanguard, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm like very basic, don't make fun of me, but I do like Ultra Pro. I like the, not the matte ones where it has like that feeling on the back, I like the slick ones. I think Ultra Pro is fine. I think it gets a lot of hate for no reason. In terms of outer sleeves, I like the Dragon Shield, the translucent ones, because I do like to buy the Bushiroad character sleeves for some of my decks. Like my Ocelargus deck has the character sleeves for it, my Dragonic Blade Master deck has the character sleeves for it. So I like to see the design while I am playing my decks, if you guys ever seen any of my previous videos. So Dragon Shield I think is really good. You're never gonna hear me complain about that. Ultra Pro is cool. If you have the money and you want to be a little bougie, katana sleeves are fantastic. I love Japanese sized katana sleeves. They have that perfect feeling. They don't get that grimy buildup on like the plastic part of the sleeves. If you play card games long enough, you know what I'm talking about. They don't get that grimy buildup on them as long. So katana sleeves, if you treat them right, they should last you like a good 4 to 5 months from my experience. You know, they're just like $8 or $10 a piece sometimes, depending on where you go to buy them, and I just don't want to spend that money on sleeves sometimes, because when I'm playtesting a lot, I'd rather just buy the Ultra Pro sleeves and just cycle out through those until I finally have the confirmed deck build that I want for a deck, where then I'll buy like the katana sleeves or the character sleeves or something and go ahead and get that. Now, the second question about the discard remote fights, I actually do that now. I've been playtesting a lot on Discord. I have my own Discord page, the Prime Vanguard page, which is moderated by some of the people that are subscribed to me, as well as one of my personal associates from playing Vanguard for a long time. They moderate that page for me because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not big on Discord. It's not something I really use a lot. I actually, outside of my own chant panel, where if I want to play against somebody, I also like go into like another Discord page and I'll play in there. But Discord is something that I do have, and so you guys can communicate with me a lot better. I do get alerts from Discord, so I do see messages and stuff like that, which is why I will be getting more into Discord moving forward, because it seems to be the place where like everybody just plays remote fights and whatnot. So Discord fights are something I do now, and for my own page, you guys can follow me on Discord. It's in the community tab. If not, I'll put my Discord in the link in the description below, so you guys are invited to the page. Sintaka89 asked the following question, which is, if you had to be limited to one nation, which one would it be and why? Also, what Vanguard would be your avatar from that nation? If I was limited to one nation, it would be Stoicheia. Stoicheia, I love the flexibility of this nation. You can build any single one of the decks into different variations. Most builds in Stoicheia don't really feel like they have a correct answer, because there's always a problem in a deck, but then you have an order to fix the problem. Then it's about putting that order into the deck to match the consistency. The use of orders, the use of units, it gives me that like Yu-Gi-Oh feeling again, like using spells and traps to get out of a bad situation or doing combo plays, which is something I do enjoy about Yu-Gi-Oh itself. itself, and then also in Vanguard as well. Stoicheia gives me that feeling of being able to get out of any situation with an order or the correct attack patterns and combos, and I enjoy the aesthetic of the nation as well. I like the Sylvanhorn Beast cards. I really do enjoy the plant token cards. I also enjoy I have a lot of fun with Leonorn and Gronfia. I've discussed those decks plenty of times, and it's just one of those nations that I've like really invested myself in. I buy everything for it. It's anything. If I don't buy the stuff for the other nations to build decks, Stoicheia is one of those. My avatar from that nation would honestly be Magnolia. Magnolia was my first like competitive standard deck that I got into. I had a lot of fun with that deck. I did a lot of experimenting with it, and I just enjoy the overall artwork of, again, the Sylvanhorn Beast cards. So it definitely would be Magnolia. The only other close second, I think you guys probably figured this out by now, but it'd probably be Gronfia. I really do enjoy the Plant Token Rush decks. It's been really fun to, you know, experiment with that deck as well as try different variations of it. Chin Ying Jai-R5L asked, "Hi there. These questions when you start playing Vanguard, and can you do Draw Jewel versus Youthberg? Thank you. Please answer. Oh, and what grade 2 unit good for Draw Jewel deck between Matzelvara or Amazement Magician?" I think you're asking me when did I start playing Vanguard and will I do a video between Draw Jewel and Youthberg. I'm willing to do any matchups you guys request. If I find somebody, or if you guys actually want to hop in the Discord chat and play with me against a certain type of deck, I'm willing to do that. If you guys want to play test against any one of those decks or just try different things, you can guys definitely hit me up on that in the comment section or Discord, and then we'll plan something out from there. And to answer your second question, which one do I think is better between Matzelvara or Amazement Magician in Draw Jewel deck? Draw Jewel just received a lot of new support in the prior sets. If you have to choose between one of those two cards, it depends on what you value more. If you want power, then Matzelvara might be better because Matzelvara guarantees you the unit that you need for your different grades in the soul effect, and then gives you 10k on top of a Vanguard that will subtract your power to 1. And then Amazement Magician is just a consistent soul charge, so if you play cards like Brainwash Swirler or Guggen Ram in your deck, you will have a card that will always generate you +1 soul to maintain the effects of those cards and keep them active. Brainwash Swirler definitely will benefit the most off Amazement Magician, and then you'll have a card that doesn't cost you anything that will give you a consistent resource to help maintain your deck. Ellen111 asks, Magnolia, whether it's Elder or Mask, is in dire need of a new grade 3 to run in the Ride deck. But what kind of new Vanguard grade 3 could support both versions at once? Now, this is actually really interesting because I've been seeing a lot of discussion around between which Magnolia is better, because Magnolia, or Sylvan Beast as an archetype, has been always received support every single set in like 1 or 2 cards, but the most recent set, they actually got some pretty good stuff. These past 2 sets have gone to Levy Trust, but outside of that, I think that for Magnolia right now, the Trial Deck one definitely needs to be upgraded. I think that the back row attacking effect should not be locked behind Persona. If anything, the Vanguard now needs to have a resource skill that lets us draw or superior call from the drop zone, and then have an ability that lets us back row attack, but obviously more than the one that we just get from Magnolia. Because from my experience with Magnolia grade 4, you are locked into playing the Friendship Fairy. You have to get access to that card if you want to get access to your grade 4 right away. And then with Magnolia Calamity, the Calamity asks you to set up your Dragon Tree markers. Therefore, I think that a Magnolia that can revive a unit from a drop zone, or at least lets you call something out from like maybe top 5 check or something, would be pretty good. Because if you were able to get those Dragon Tree marker units out from your deck to Rearguard Circle, and we're getting Dragon Tree support anyway for all the nations, then that'd be really good. Or from drop zone, then you're guaranteed to get another marker prior to entering Magnolia Mask. Or if you have an effect that you call out from your drop zone or your top 5 of your deck or something, or draws you cards, you are able to then maintain your chances of increasing seeing Friendship Fairy from whether you discarded it or have it in your deck to go into your Magnolia grade 4 faster. So something that superior calls from deck or drop zone would definitely be good, but as an individual unit, I do think that it needs to give an effect to allow more than one unit in the back row to attack while also giving it power. I think that part of the effect is fine. As long as it's like 1 or 2. Maybe if it's like, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose up to 2 units instead of 1, I guess. Like, I think that would be great. And then obviously a resource effect like superior calling or drawing, just so that this way we can compress our deck more to see the pieces to get Magnolia Mask working, or get our grade 4 Magnolia going as well. Next up, I have a question from Card Guy Lazim, one of my favorite associates from playing Vanguard over these years. And he has the following statement of, what is your favorite deck in any format? Premium, V Premium, and Standard? Now, my favorite deck in each format is the following. In Premium, I've really been enjoying playing Lawkeeper Control or Aggravating Turbo. I really do enjoy those two decks. Those have been really fun for me. For the Standard format, my favorite decks to play, if I wasn't caring about how good they were, it would probably be, I like Magnolia Mask more than I do Grade 4 Magnolia, but it's going to be one of the Magnolias. There's that. Then for V Premium, my favorite deck was Dragonic Blademaster. I really did enjoy playing Dragonic Blademaster. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast with that deck. But also, it was the lyrical girl who sung. Lyralisk, that was her name. Something along that line. I'll pull it up later. But I had so much fun with that deck. I did so much experimenting, so much try hard with that deck. Like, that was one of those decks that like made me love the game so much more because it showed me how much combination, how much knowledge was out there for individual decks in Vanguard, and it just really inspired me to go ahead and invest more time into these lower tier decks that people don't pay attention to, because I think people have gone into the mentality of Vanguard decks are pre-built for you, and in most cases they are, but it's going the extra mile, putting in that extra card, trying out that weird combination, trying out that weird tech, improving your skills as a card fighter that has made it so much fun to experiment with decks like that and finally get like what I think is just the best version of the deck out there. Rogue Blue 52 asks, if you can make up a new Vanguard mechanic, what would you base it around? So they kind of did it already in Vanguard. It would be Alchemagic. I just want something that like allows us to take advantage of all the orders that every nation has, and then you can sit there and actually like, play a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then keep it fair. I also think that a fusion mechanic would be pretty interesting. That was one of my favorite aspects of playing Vanguard back in the day, because I was a big Elemental Hero fan from growing up and watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and they're kind of doing it now with the hybridation stuff. But I think that having like a fusion overdress type of unit or a fusion type of boss would be pretty cool, in my opinion. Something like Majesty Lord Blaster, where it allows you to play like one or two cards from like a different nation and then put it into your deck because it works in tangent with that, and then you can go ahead and, you know, bring it together and combine powers of both nations. If they could do that in a boss Vanguard, that'd be pretty cool. KC Sendo asked, what are some advice you can give to aspiring competitive / passionate players in terms of mental health, self-expectations, and player confidence levels? You know, it's funny you asked me that, because that is something that I actually thought about for a while, and it's honestly one of the reasons why I took a break from Vanguard for a minute. To answer the first part of your question, I've got to give a little background. If you guys don't know, last year, that was like my go hard competitive year in Vanguard. I was doing a lot more content. I was being a little bit more serious about like how I treat the game. I was traveling. I went to like 3 BCSs that year. I went to 2 Crow's Nest. I played in a premium tournament. Like, I did a lot of experimenting with Vanguard last year, and the mental health aspect of Vanguard is the fact that you always have to play to learn, never play to win. If you start obsessing over winning and losing, you are going to have a very hard time like just learning in the game and also having fun. Because that year I was very obsessed with like winning and losing, and you know, playtesting really hard, like theory crafting, trying everything. It kind of drained me a bit because I was playing so much Vanguard, just like the same deck, same combinations over, and it was very out of my element because I was just locking into what were the best decks and just playing the same deck over and over and over again, and I wasn't willing to be experimental. I was looking for like the exact perfect thing, and I just was obsessed over winning. So definitely do not obsess over winning. Play to learn. Every time I pick up a deck now, every time I go to a tournament, whether it's BCS or it's locals, I just play to learn now. I'll take whatever I want. I'll take my notes, mental notes in my head, write them down, and then I'll make a stronger deck, and I'll end up doing better the next time I play, or I'll have more wins with the deck. That's how I approach it now. You have to play to learn versus play to win, because playing to win, it's never fun. It takes away some of the passion from the game when you are going out to these events and trying to have fun and trying to grow as a player. It just doesn't work. The second part about the mental health thing, because it is such an important thing to me just in my personal life and in terms of this game, is also finding a community. I think that having a community or just having friends that have the same passion as you for this game or the same love for you in this game is really important. And when you play to learn and you build up a community around, or you find a local community, it makes it a lot more fun because you have people you can bounce back ideas with, people you can enjoy the game with. That's always been fun to me. I think that's pretty cool. Community has definitely been a fantastic aspect for me. A lot of you guys talk to me. A lot of you guys were very supportive of me when I told you guys I was taking a break from Vanguard because of mental health reasons and school. I love that aspect about, doing social media and doing this. I just didn't realize how supportive the community was and how much I've actually helped people enjoy my content until people started talking about me in Twitter, and people started talking about me here and there in Discord, and when I met Outer Orange, when I got to hang out with Crow, when I went to other BCS events, I met Top Deck Heroes. The Vanguard community is very good. It's very positive, and you definitely want to find your own little locals community and get into that, get involved, help get more people into the game. Or if you guys make a friend or two, just personally outside of Vanguard, that'd be great too. Definitely the community is a huge aspect in maintaining your mental health in this game as well as your passion. Self-expectations, don't have any expectations. I'm serious. There's no reason to have any expectations when you are new to the game or if you are a returning player. Right now, just focus on learning. Just focus on what you want out of this game. Just focus on having a good time, playing the decks that you really enjoy, and determining on how far you want to take Vanguard. So in terms of expectations, just don't put any pressure on yourself. Expectation, I just don't like that word for this question. If anything, just play the game to have fun and learn. And then if you want to be more competitive about it, at that point, start setting goals for yourself on what you want your deck to do, how many tournaments you want to go to, what's the skill level you're looking to play at. At that point, if you decide to take Vanguard more competitively, then go ahead and set expectations to yourself. But if you're a casual player, just have a good time. Don't worry about expectations. Now, those are all the questions that you had sent me, guys. Thank you so much for all the continuous love and support that you guys have been giving me throughout the entirety of 2024. 2025 is going to be an even better year. I'm going to continue to grow as a content creator, post more Vanguard content, and just keep it going. If you guys have any questions that you missed, or if you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask me for a future video, put them down in the comment section in this video below, and I'll definitely do another Q&A once we reach 15K subscribers. Yep, I'm not doing no more Q&As or asking any other questions or accepting anything else until you guys get me up to 15K subscribers. There's going to be a lot of effort and a lot of work put into this year, and I definitely think that 15K is the time when I'll go ahead and let y'all know what's going on. But with that being said, card fighters, I'm Prime Vanguard. Happy New Year's, y'all. Have a good time with your family. Peace.